This short video will show you how to use delegated authentication from Sign with Wallet into a sample app, which in our case will be Node.js. First, you can download the sample app from this directory, which is in Cubic, Sign in with Wallet, 3 main backend sample. When you have it, you can run a npm install. Then run it with an npm start server.js. By default, it will run the sample app on localhost port 3003. Now, since the localhost cannot be accessible from the outside world, you will need to add some extra configuration. In our case, we will use ngrok. With your localhost still running in the background, open another terminal and run ngrok http 3003. It will give you a URL such as this one. If we go back to the server.js file, you will see that you can configure this ngrok URL here. Therefore, on line 41, we're going to copy-paste this ngrok configuration. Just make sure you keep the backslash at the end. Save, and then we will stop the running session and run it again. Now, as you see, it will run on this ngrok configuration URL. And if we go there, we're going to have this kind of first web page, which is just basically a ngrok configuration. We need to accept that we visit the site for the first time, and then we are here running our sample app, but this time accessible from the outside. Now we can come back to the Sign with Wallet website, and we will configure so that it recognizes the ngrok URL and links with the delegated OAuth authentication. So click on configure here. If you access it for the first time, you will have to sign in with your wallet. And this sign-in authenticates you into the Sign with Wallet app, and it grants you access to the config as an admin. So I'm going to use NAMI here. Now what you can see is that I was on a test environment on my NAMI wallet. I'm connected with the test network. And here we have a message that we cannot authenticate because we should be on prod. Only a wallet connected to a prod blockchain will work. So if you're on testnet, you need to go back to the main prod. Now I click, and this time I pass authentication. Once you have successfully authenticated, you will access the config panel to either claim ownership of a new domain or test a complete authentication process with a localhost config. Since we have a localhost app running, this is what we're going to do. And we select the localhost config, and then we add the tunnel URL here. So I'm going to copy and paste the URL, then update my configuration. If we go back, we can see that the domain has been validated here. We can have a preview. Now let's go back to the ngrok URL here, and we are with our sample app. I will also change the wallet so that we use another user for logging in the sample app. And now we will trigger the delegated authentication call from the backend sample app. So I'm requesting to sign in with an NAMI wallet, and it's asked if I want to grant access to this username with this wallet address. I'm going to say yes. And we're going to get all the information back into the sample app. So it goes through the entire process of authenticating the user via the Sign with Wallet service and sends back the requested data to the calling application, here the sample app. If we go in dev mode on this website, we can see that this sample app has got its cookie, which has been created by the app itself, whereas in fact the sign-in with wallet cookies were created here as well. Now, if we decode the cookie which was provided by SignWave Wallet, we will see that it contains all the data which were shared with the target application. That's it. We have used a delegated authentication from SignWave Wallet, and we ended up with the data provided, which authenticated us into our own application here with this ngrok domain name, which in prod you will replace by your own domain name when you register your own configuration. Thank you.